Yo, what's good? It's your boy Low, man, and I know you was grooving to that music. I hate to take you out of it, but man, my guest today is one of my longtime friends. Man, I'm so excited to just introduce y'all to some of the things he has going on this year, and I'm not gonna give you too much right now. I want to start out the show saying I hope that you guys are somewhere safe. I hope you are enjoying your Saturday morning, and man, we just gonna have a good conversation, and we're gonna set these vibes out so we can enjoy our weekend. I got my coffee. Go ahead and get you some coffee, get whatever you getting on, man, get comfortable, and I can't wait to bring, I know you probably saw the thumbnail, my guy Dante Hall, who is super talented. And man, we're gonna bring him to the floor. Y'all ready to introduce and meet my man all the way from up top? Dante, what's good, brother?
What up, brother? How are you doing? How are you doing?
Hey, good, man. Good. I want people to know that music, that soul they was feeling on that music was you. That's actually you, right?
Yes, sir. That's me. Tripping out.
Don't give them too much yet. We're going to get into the singing in a minute. But hey, man, I just want to start out saying I appreciate you being here, brother. A lot of people don't know you and I met you, man, when I was a teenager, bro.
That's crazy.
Like years ago. And matter of fact, we got trapped in Chicago because of snow hit.
Yeah, the snow, yeah.
Yeah, we got trapped in Chicago, and y'all took care of us, took us around, looked out, and man, like you always look, you took me under your wing and let me hang out with you.
Yes,
and I remember the first song I heard you sing, because you took us to a little wing spot. It was somebody called you up and asked you to sing a song to you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So say what's up to the people, man. Welcome to the podcast, man.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for having me, Aloysius. Low. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? You drinking your coffee, I'm chilling. I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
There you go. Now, are you originally from Chicago?
Yeah, born and raised. The only time I've lived outside of Chicago is when I went to college at Purdue in Indiana. So it's just a state over. So yeah. I'm Chicago, West Side.
Okay. Now, look, a lot of times Chicago gets a bad rap, man, but y'all have a very beautiful city, man. The culture is second to none. I know New York gets a lot of hype about, but Chicago in there, man.
No, we are world class now. I'm not trying to be funny, but when our former president couldn't land here because we were rallying against him when he was running, that's when a lot of the bad press about Chicago came. So don't be mad, because Obama came from Chicago. So don't be mad. We weren't really for your shenanigans, and ultimately he's gone. So
hey, I agree. Now, if you don't know nothing else, you should always know that Chicago don't play them
Dude,
games.
dude, negative, negative. No games played at all. But no, so
No,
no, we're definitely a world class city. Not to take any thing away from all the other cities that are out there, because I mean, I like a lot of places, man. Yeah.
yeah. Now, let's since we on Chicago real quick, a lot of people may not be aware that a lot of people from my home state, Mississippi,
Mhm.
took that drive north
Yeah.
and ended up in Chicago. So a lot of us have ties and roots to
Yeah.
relatives that are up, and it really felt like home, just with bigger buildings
Yeah.
and bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Definitely. All my
so,
people, all my people are from a city called Fayette, Mississippi, not far
oh
from.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's
All
yeah, north that Delta.
down there.
Yeah. Hey,
So
but what? A lot of people don't realize that area of Mississippi produces more Grammy nominees and winners per capita than
yeah,
most areas in the country, man.
I can see that. I can see that. I mean, the bottom line is Mississippi dope, Chicago dope, everywhere dope. You just bring you wherever it is, and that's it.
Yeah. I totally agree. A lot of times people will be, I get that all the time. Man, I can't believe you from Mississippi. Da da da. He was like, yeah, man, you could be from anywhere as long as you
Yeah,
carry yourself with your swag and be who you are, man. Everything's everything.
exactly.
Now, how did you get into music? Because I want to ease into. I want to give people a little back story into your journey.
No problem. I was a drummer until my freshman year of college, and I heard D'Angelo's first record was a tape for me, Brown Sugar, and I was like,
Brown sugar.
"Wow,
Yeah.
oh, that! I mean, he sounded like this dude that's singing in my church." And I'm like, I used to mimic Troy, so I put the
Yeah.
tape down and I started singing like D'Angelo. Then later on, I started hearing Kimberell. So people like to hear me because they were like, "Wait a minute, it's like soulful like D'Angelo and tricky like Kimberell." I'm like, "Okay," but it
Oh
never.
yeah.
I never thought to sing because my mother was a church beast. So it was
Yeah.
nothing really left. I mean, when she got finished singing, it wasn't nothing. Plus, I was on the drums and doing the sound. I never really thought of singing, but yeah, D'Angelo, then Kimberell. Then I just started singing around my city at open mics and stuff.
Yeah.
And then in '08, '07, I started doing a lot of background work for Anita Wilson. This is
Yeah.
before, this is when she was singing with Donald Lawrence and Company. And she would just tap me to do a lot of records. So Fellowship, what's that? My God is awesome.
Yeah.
On that, different records. So many records. And Donald would come support Anita, saying as how she was part of his uh,
Yeah.
company, and then he'd be like, "Hey, who is Buddy? Who is he? Like
Yeah.
Anita, like he really don't do gospel. He's more so R&B, but I like how he sounds because it sounds different. It's not
Yeah. His great.
churchy. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he hit me in '08 to do Sold Out for Hezekiah Walker. I am sold out. That was
Mm,
that. It was like
yeah.
extra singers. It was like the company, and then about 30 extra singers. And so I was part of the extra singers. And before the night was out, um, because I pace myself when I sing, I don't holler. I don't
Yeah.
even. I just pace myself. So it came at 1 in the morning, and he was like, "Come on, tenors! Like, where y'all at? We've been here since 4 p.m. But it's one. You should still have a voice." But they had
Yeah.
kind of, did too much. I was chilling, so somebody said, "Hey, dude back there still got a voice." So Donald kept on saying, "Hey, come up a row, come up a row, come up a row, come up a row." And before I knew anything, he said, "Come up one more row," and I was in there with company in between Blanche and Floyd. And I'm like, and everybody looking around like, because that whole night no one had broken that line, and
Yeah.
I've been there ever since. To make a long
Hey,
story,
I always say you have one of the smoothest voices I
it's
have
so
ever.
it's so crazy because like I be asking Donald like, are you sure? Because like, I don't see like these world class singers, Toby and Tommy,
Yeah,
Kim McFarland,
yeah,
Latrice Pace, Blanche McAllister, I'm thinking in my mind, are you sure? Because I just like a raspy. I'm just like even on the gift, you know the song The Gift
yeah,
is for you. He made me
yeah,
do it like 16 times. He was like, no, it needs to sound like that. I'm like, me? 'Cause I just sing how I sing. I never really compare to nobody, but I do know they're amazing. So yeah,
yeah.
that's how I started. In 2010, I started singing with Yolanda Adams, and then in 2012, when Anita released, I started singing with her. And lately, I sing with Jennifer Hudson too. So that's cool.
Yeah, because I was about to say your range or circle of performing is all the way around. So
Yeah, man.
uh,
I don't like to be boxed in, and I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just a regular person, and wherever I can use my talents, I will.
yeah. Now and of course I got my Black History going on today. Which is leading me to talk about how big singing and just culture is for us.
Absolutely.
Um, if you look at history, a lot of our pain, a lot of our history is in our music,
Hmm.
and that's why I love the fact that we're gonna get to the book. We're
Of
easy. You
course,
see how
bro.
I'm easing into it.
You killing
Um,
it. You killing it.
so with Black culture, a lot of our history is in our music, and I love that you sing soul music, because to me, soul music derived from a lot of the pain
Yeah.
we as a culture and people had.
Yeah.
So, you wrote this book, Growing Up Black.
Hmm.
Now,
Well, right before I go to the book, I want to go
okay,
to the music because it sort of ties in together.
all
So,
right, talk to.
so the reason I remade "What About My Love" by Johnny Taylor in 2014. I've also remade "Simply Beautiful" by Al Green. Some other songs I've remade them. The reason why I did that is because in my mind, we should not have to dust off a dusty to be able to hear that now. I wanted to serve as kind of like a bridge between the younger and older. I'm right in the middle, so in my mind, I should be able to listen to the radio or Sirius radio right now and hear that. And it shouldn't
Yeah,
have to be something where you got to go to the other kind of station or
all these things.
to your
Yeah,
daddy's basement. I'm trying to make sure that it's not lost while we're doing all this other stuff. Similarly, with the book, it's the same thing. I'm trying to make sure that I wrote a book, Growing Up Black,
yes,
and I want to make sure that, I mean, people have always told me that, oh, you talking old, or, some of the things you say is like,
whole soul.
right. But I'm like, well, it's from my grandparents and from older people that I've been around. And I didn't want it to be because they're passed or other people have, left the earth, rest in peace,
Yeah,
that it now goes away. Same thing with the music. You should be able to be around somewhere current and can see it. You shouldn't just have memories of what they say. It should be memorialized. And so that's why I did it. All of these things are for the culture. It's so that we remember that we're black. There's no culture if the black culture isn't there, and that we are the ones. So that's what it is.
I love it. And I grew up. A lot of people always told me growing up, like, "Boy, you done been here before." Like, because growing up, I sat at the feet of my grandparents. I love hearing those stories,
Right.
and all of those things. And really, that's what put me into storytelling and film and things of that nature. And I was always so fascinated about how you never really knew until you got older that your grandparents weren't educated a lot of times.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
yeah, and it was
They didn't even have the professional or the way to be educated. But some of these quotes and witty sayings are so wise And
Yeah.
I'm saying so much that I didn't learn in college. So, yeah.
Yeah. And it shaped us. And they were shaping us without us even knowing.
Right.
And that's the thing I love about what you do, with this book is, hey, we're gonna pull all of those things back and we're gonna honor these moments. They
Yes.
may not have had diplomas or
Right.
degrees or all of these things. Really, our generation and those coming after them, that's what they wanted to see. My granddad used to always tell me, boy, if you don't do nothing else, you get your education. I
Mhm.
don't care what it is you do.
Right. Mhm.
I couldn't do it.
Right.
I had to get out and start farming and
Yeah.
doing all these other
Mhm.
things. But you have the opportunity to live the life that I wanted for myself.
Right.
So, I learned terms like penny candy and what that meant. And, you know, like we don't have corner stores no more. The reason
Right.
they had corner stores and general stores was because that's how everybody got the news of what was going on in the community. It was like, hey, you know, so and so tracked it down. Let's pull together as a community and let's go down and help them get, back on course so they can eat and make a living. And as a community, man, like there's never been nothing wrong with us.
No.
Like not inside out. We've always been people that supported, and I think it's very beautiful for you to take the time, because I know the process of writing a book, having to edit it, having to get it down. Let's shorten this chapter. Well, let's take this and put it here, and
Mhm.
the cover and making sure the alignment and the fonts and all of those things that go into it. For you to take the time out to do that, I just want to take a second and thank you for that as the culture. Now, if y'all watching this and the people that are listening, I want you to know this is something you can sit down with your children, because you're gonna find somebody in your family in this book. You're gonna you're gonna find your auntie, your
Somebody.
good
Mhm.
somebody, big mama, somebody gonna be in here. And it's a great way to share stories.
Yes.
And what better time, we celebrate Black History all year, but what better time than February to take this book, order it, get it, y'all sit down, cook a soul food meal, and just say, hey man, let's read some of this. Y'all remember,
Mhm.
so and so used to say this, or Christmases.
Exactly. Exactly. And I purposely didn't do explanations to all the sayings because
Yeah.
what it means to me, it might not mean that to you. So I left the room for just the saying so that you could then say, you know, she said this when it was like this, or he said that when it was like this, so that you
Yeah.
have information. Yep.
I love it. I love it. Now, are we going to end up getting some musical production to accompany this
You
this
know,
one book?
I was fortunate enough to get Yolanda Adams to write the forward. So I was talking to her about doing something with it, or even maybe a volume two or something. You know?
And I think you said it earlier in the conversation. A lot of the culture, like we talk about, is ingrained in our music. So, like those Johnny Taylors and those, those wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see they're doing the spotlight. Mahalia Jackson is finally getting a movie.
Yep.
I'm like, how do we go so long without celebrating these beautiful people? We just recently lost the Queen Mother, Cicely Tyson,
Yep.
and 96 years of taking care of us.
Man,
That no small feat, and
no.
I know you can appreciate it. What do people like that mean to you?
I just feel like they're a treasure, and that's why I don't want it to be when they pass, it goes. I want to have something memorialized, something that will keep what they do and what they did relevant today, and it not just be a thing of old. I'm real big on having something in the current media that reflects back, that you don't have to go back digging for it. It should just
Yeah,
come up in the playlist. Yeah.
yeah. I think even with myself. everybody in there, because a lot of times people say, well, I don't know them folks like Cicely Tyson, but you got a Cicely Tyson in your neighborhood, in your
Yeah,
community.
yeah.
And I was just, sharing this the other week. I want to bring back things where we celebrate those people, those folks that that she didn't make a lot of money, he didn't make a lot of money, but when it came to somebody in your community or maybe even yourself that needed clothes, shoes for the basketball team, or they made it happen. They always show up for those people in your community, and they should be celebrated, man. And
Not just them, not to cut you off, but
no,
not
go ahead. Yeah.
not just them, but also the ones who've made it to CEO, the ones who have a lot of money and have a lot of influence, and they do things too. We want to celebrate everyone because, if you know it or not, you're making history. You're defying odds on the low end and on the high end. Either way, you're defying the odds. And if you're reaching back to the community, we should be celebrating all gamuts of it.
I love that. Now, what are you currently working on? I know you pubbing the book. You're doing a lot of promo in regards to that. What else do you have going on in your life right now? I know pandemic is making everything different. So,
well, of course, I own real estate in Chicago, and then I own a restaurant and bar in one of the suburbs. And I just bought a warehouse as well. So I'm just keeping busy. There's all kind of stuff going on. Yeah.
Hey, that's good. Now, what's the name of your restaurant and bar?
Well, my name is Dante Hall, but my family calls me Donnie. I hate it, but I said, okay, well, I'll make it Donnie's Bar and Grill. So that's what I said.
Oh, okay. Now, Now you got people want to know, what do you serve? A lot of people in Chicago.
Everybody wants the catfish. My catfish is my mother. My mother's the one in there cooking it and stuff. The spaghetti, the pizza, the cake. It's good. It's so good. It's so good.
Yes, sir. So if you're in Chicago, you got to come through Donnie's Bar and Grill, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And if you don't get nothing else, get the catfish.
Yes, get the wings. It's all good. It's all good. I have a limited menu, but everything on there is a bank.
Now, do you do performances? Do y'all do live music? I know you got to have some entertainment in there.
Yeah, I have a room in the back that where the bar is, and I call that the burgundy room. And just the other day, well, not the other day, before the pandemic, I thought to do. How they were doing the verses?
Yeah.
So I thought, oh well, I know so many great singers. Let me do a live verses.
Oh wow!
So I called Toby from Donald Lawrence and Company, the soprano. What does she sing? I don't know if y'all know. I don't know if y'all know her, but she's a machine. And then my backup singer, Kristen Lowe, as Monica. So Toby is Brandy, and Monica, Kristen is Monica. Then I got a band, and we basically went down a list like they did, but they actually sang it. So it was It was crazy. It was crazy.
You might have should have trademarked that because
It was crazy.
that's the idea, man. That's beautiful.
Go crazy. I feel like everybody should go crazy. Have fun. Have fun.
Yeah. Now, I love that you are giving platforms to other singers and things like that. Who are you excited about right now? That's coming out of Chicago.
Oh gosh, so many of them. It's so many people from Chicago that I'm excited for. There's somebody named Shantina Lowe, my background singer's sister. This guy named B. Lily. It's too many. I don't even want to start naming.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Stuff. I go anytime somebody have a concert in Chicago. I'm there. I have a million things going on, and I still go because I'll be talking about everybody.
Hey, I love that because that's the other thing I was gonna say. Y'all have such a strong musical presence.
Yeah.
The Chicago Music Festival, y'all really don't have to call nobody from out of town in.
No.
Y'all, like from all genres, y'all are pretty stacked.
Well, you got Todd Delaney, you got Jonathan McReynolds, you got Donald. I mean, it's too many. It's I ain't even got it, and that's just gospel. And then we go rap, G Herbo. It's too many. It's too many.
Yeah, yeah,
But
it's a lot.
I mean, don't even get me started. We good. You feel?
Yeah, man. That's I think one of the things right before the pandemic hit, I had talked to another one of my buddies. He's in film and he's in Chicago, and he was telling me, "Lo, you got to get up here to this Chicago Music Festival, man. It's nuts." And I was like, "How have I missed this?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's a beautiful experience,
Yeah.
man."
And I
And
love having my venue now because I can have them come do meet and greets or whatever. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the people I know, and it's just a text like, "Hey, you in town? Okay, well, do you want to do something? Oh, okay, well, yeah, I guess come through." And that's it. You know what I mean? As opposed to all that, you used to have to go through so many different people and try to explain to them what's going on. No, I know what's going on.
yeah, I love that, man. I'm definitely coming to get some catfish and spaghetti and
Yeah,
all that. Yeah, we overdue for a Chicago trip.
man,
I just don't. I can't do the snow, man. Every time I come to
wait
Chicago,
until
it's just
May. Wait until May. April and May. April and May to November is the best city in the world. December
yeah.
to March got me looking for other places. But yeah.
I love that. Now, I also want to say because anybody that follows my platform knows I'm big in entrepreneurship. So I love the fact that you have a lot of diversity. You got the restaurant. You say you just got a warehouse. You also, do your music thing, and now you're, writing your book, being an author. What drives you to keep such diversity in your life, and how do you balance and manage it all?
I think what drives me is that, sometimes you just have more. So instead of me relegating myself to one thing or whatever, if I feel like I have more to give, then I just do it. I feel like that's what we're put on the planet to do. Give of what you have. And leave your mark. In terms of keeping it all together, it's just a schedule. Just like even with this was scheduled because I have a showing at one of my properties at later. Then I have a repast at my place. Then a birthday. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
have a lot of things. You just schedule your day, and then your day is done, and you've done it all, and then you go for tomorrow.
I love that because a lot of times I think people don't believe that calendars, rolling calendars, and things like that really matter, but it really does keep you in some type of format throughout your day. So you're not
Sometimes,
just
sometimes it's down to the minute.
wow.
It's down to the minute. Some days, like when I'm doing a lot of TV or press or studio things or whatever, I have to plan that I'm going to call on the drive to wherever I'm going, so that you know what I'm saying. Because where else is it going to go? So you really got to plan. That's where waking up early helps because you can
Yeah,
as opposed to your day just happened to you.
I love that. Love that. Now, I know, and that's why I say, I believe in schedules as well. So, as we start to wind down in this conversation, I have a part of it where I ask my guests random questions.
Okay, let's go.
So let me set you up here.
Oh, we got the music. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So being that you are a singer,
Yes.
what is in heavy rotation in your music or your iTunes or whatever you use, Spotify? What's getting the most play for you right now musically?
Jasmine Sullivan. The girl is wicked. She's wicked.
Hey,
Ain't no other way.
bruh,
She's wicked.
yeah, I, the singing that's going down on that album, bruh, is like what? Who
Hey,
are you?
hey, hey. She mean it. You feel me? She
Oh, dang it, man. Now, would you ever consider wanting to do something with her? Would that be something on your
would
list?
you consider doing something with me? Yes, I would consider doing something. Yes. Every year I do this show called Summer Soul. Last year I had Tweet and Samoa, and the year before
Yeah.
that, Hamilton. I would love love to have her on the show. That would be great. But we'll see.
Yeah, we putting it out in the atmosphere. Ain't nothing wrong with that. just make sure your boy can come hang out a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
VIP backstage passes. You good?
Hey, I don't care if I got to be back there frying some catfish, man. Whatever it takes.
I'll be doing it too. It's whatever.
Yeah. Now, we know what's in your iTunes. We also know that everybody's been home chilling. What is the last movie you watched recently?
I just watched. It was good too. Oh no, that wasn't a movie. That was a series. What was the last movie I watched?
It could be a series, movie series,
Oh,
something you.
that series Lupin on Netflix.
Hey, now you talk about my brother with the thievery, like he was with the diamonds and his. Oh man, it was crazy.
That was good.
I don't know who wrote it, but yeah, man. And
Good.
Buddy is like A1.
Outsmarting everybody, 5 steps in front. It's like, oh, I love it.
Yeah, so if y'all watching, you're looking for something good to watch on Netflix, or that's a great series called Lupin, and it's amazing.
Man.
Now, what is the last thing you ate?
The last thing I ate yesterday, I haven't eaten today yet. It was catfish and spaghetti from my place. We have fish on Fridays, and I was there being a bartender, and I'm like, I'm hungry, and I'm like, oh, y'all got run the bar.
Yeah. Hey, at least you know you're a man of your word. You eat at your own place,
man.
You know. Now, I'm gonna ask you this. Your final question is: who is your favorite influencer or person online right now that you're following? That you kind of find yourself just really looking forward to, like the things they putting out.
I like Tiana Taylor and her husband and their content.
Yeah.
How they seem to get along, and I don't know. I dig it.
The artistic stuff is crazy with them.
Super crazy.
Like, I'm like, this girl be having babies and still doing.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. And then, and then he's from the Shy, so it was like, yeah.
Shout out to Shump.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, once again, I want to give you a moment to just tell people where to find you,
Okay.
what you got going on, and
Sure.
this is your time. Go.
Okay, well, I'm here to promote my book, Growing Up Black. It is a hardcover coffee table book. I would love for you to support me at www.dantesoul.com/book. If you want to see me on Instagram, I'm DT Hall141. If you want to see me on Facebook, I'm just Dante Hall. And if you want to see me on Twitter, I'm Dante_Hall. My website for me as an artist is www.dantesoul.com. My website for my restaurant is www.donniesbarandgrill.com. And my website for my event space is www.burgundyroomevents.com. Thank you.
Hey, I can tell you've been on the promo tour, bro, because you running them. Most people be like, "Oh, my website." Nah, man,
Nah.
Yeah.
You can't be new to this. You got to be true to this.
I love it. Absolutely. Now, before we go, man, I just once again want to thank you for spending some of your day with me and giving me a little bit of your time, man. Dante is as you can see by now, if you're watching this, Dante is a great person, man. Ever since I've known him, now over 20 years, man, that's crazy.
We were kids.
Yeah, man. I just want to say, man, I love you. I appreciate you, bro. Everybody, and this is why I call the show The World According to Low, because most of the people that I've had the benefit and pleasure of becoming family with is like amazing. Like all of y'all do amazing things, and y'all help shape me. like those stories of being in Chicago, those that
Right.
love,
Yeah.
all that stuff I carry with me today. It
Yeah.
still comes out in my films. It
Right.
comes out in my production, and that's why I tell people: be kind, treat people right, because those relationships will last you
Yeah.
through.
They
And
can.
no, yeah, that's what you want. That's what I want in my life. I want solid people that, we ain't got to talk every day, but when we come together, it's like we never miss.
It's all
And
good.
this is giving you my flowers to you, and just saying, man, I really appreciate you, brother. I'm so proud of you.
Proud
I
of you.
know this is just the another step on your way as you continue to climb, man. And y'all go follow him, get the book, do what support, man. This is quality material right here. And yeah, man, we gonna end up going out. I wanted to play a little bit more of your music. I'm telling you, Dante is a beast. Look him up on iTunes. Y'all can support his music. He got albums.
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm surrounded by bees.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, you ain't gotta say it. I'm gonna say it. Hey, he got pipes. He's amazing. Y'all go check him out. And until next time, man, it's your boy Low. Peace.